Remember when Homer came home from work and instantly passed out on the couch? As a kid, it was just funny, Homer being Homer. But as an adult, yeah, that's not comedy. That's called existence. You're young, watching Homer drool in front of the TV, and you think, ha, silly dad. Fast forward to real life, and suddenly you're Homer, buried under deadlines, drowning in coffee, and yeah, all you want is a couch and the sweet promise of unconsciousness. It's like The Simpsons wasn't just a cartoon, but a prophetic guidebook to adulthood stress. Who knew Homer's exhausted groan was the soundtrack to future me? If your spirit animal is an animated yellow dude, welcome to adulthood, where you find solace in fictional burnout. Let's face it, Homer taught us that sometimes surviving Monday to Friday is an Olympic-level achievement. And you know what? It's oddly comforting to know even cartoon dads needed some R&R. So go ahead, take that nap. It's Simpsons approved. Imagine if The Simpsons was a manual for adult life. You'd think of it like an entertaining survival guide. Take Homer's classic struggle. Day in, day out, he hits the grind of the power plant like he's trying to win an impossible game. Back then, it was just a dad whining about work. Today, it's the narrative of every adult's inner monologue. Homer's journey is like an ancient myth retold in Springfield, where the modern-day hero battles exhaustion instead of dragons. His ordeal isn't about power plants and desks. It's about managing to stand upright after a week that felt like a journey through Mordor. This myth reveals that we're all Homer, navigating the labyrinth of bills, expectations, and that perpetual hunger for rest. A story that taught us the victory dance when you manage to stay awake till the end of the day. It's the equivalent of slaying a minotaur. So, was Homer predicting the future? Nah, he was just narrating our inner epic, one yawn at a time. What if Homer Simpson were a modern-day Zen master? Think about it. His chaotic lifestyle gives us surprising life lessons. Picture Homer navigating work exhaustion like a Jedi trained in the ancient art of simply not caring. As kids, we marveled at his ability to stay unfazed, thinking it was pure laziness. But as adults, we realize Homer's secret, the power of ultimate detachment. By embracing the great philosophical mantra, Do, he transcends the stress, dodging burnout like Neo avoids bullets. Imagine living life with Homer's simplistic grace. Colossal workload, financial worries, all met with a shrug and a donut. His lifestyle is a crash course in mindfulness, reminding us that sometimes the path to adult enlightenment is paved with glitches and glitches alone. So next time you're drowning in responsibilities, channel your inner Homer. In this Springfield-themed dojo, true success isn't about beating the rat race. It's about viewing life as a deliciously absurd cartoon where you already know how the story ends. Embrace the zen of Do. Think of Homer Simpson as the ancient oracle of burnout. Yep, way before hustle culture was a thing, Homer was showing us the consequences. Imagine this. In an alternate universe, Homer leads a workshop on workplace survival, but spoiler alert, his advice is hilariously tragic. Homer stands in front of a chalkboard, ready to spill trade secrets. What's his first piece of advice? Always aim for maximum mediocrity. Not because he's a slacker, but because sometimes it's the only way to keep your sanity intact. Kids laugh thinking, oh, Homer, so lazy. But as adults, we get it. His workshop isn't just a sketch. It's a tale from the front lines of burnout. Not a guide on how to thrive, but how to survive on autopilot. In the end, Homer's not an oracle predicting the mega success, but warning us of the real cosmic joke. Adulting is about finding your balance between doing just enough and not losing your mind. So if Homer can excel with a donut and a nap, maybe there's hope for the rest of us. Imagine if Homer Simpson's work life was a subject in an art class. Slide 1. The persistence of exhaustion. Picture it as a surreal painting depicting Homer as a monumental figure in his iconic armchair, grappling with the clock like it's melting. This isn't just a depiction of lazy dad. It's an exploration of adult fatigue in its rawest form. As kids, Homer's constant naps seem like a punchline. But as grown-ups, we recognize them as a tapestry of daily grind rituals, a masterpiece of modern struggle. Explore further and you'll see Homer as the unlikely muse of survival art. Each scene of him juggling beer, remote, and napping as an artistic commentary on the balance act we call life. It's not laziness, it's an allegory of resilience through surrender. Art critics might call it a portrayal of the human condition's comedic absurdity. But in Springfield's Gallery of Life, it's Homer's way of saying, sometimes the best battle strategy is to simply rest. Let's paint our own versions of that masterpiece, one exhausted nod at a time. Imagine the Springfield nuclear power plant as a time travel experiment gone bizarrely wrong. Now stay with me. Homer Simpson isn't just a safety inspector. He's the unwitting captain of a ship crashing through time. In this alternate reality, every workday is a trip to strange epochs. Monday, Homer's in ancient Egypt, mistaking the pyramids for storage silos. Tuesday, he wanders medieval times, trying to convince equally confused knights that donuts are the future. He doesn't adapt. He just bumbles through the ages, unfazed by chaos, treating each era like it's Springfield. Picture him in the Renaissance, bringing abstract art before the concept exists. His sandwich doodles hailed as groundbreaking. Unintentionally, Homer inspires history's greatest minds through pure accident. As we watch, we realize the real lesson. Amid the unpredictability of adult life, sometimes blundering through is all we can do. Because like Homer, we're all time travelers marching to our unique rhythm through endless chaos. What if our accidental journey is truly the masterpiece? Remember, in life's nonsensical voyage, we're all just improvising like Homer. What if The Simpsons was a parallel universe where conspiracy theories come alive? Imagine Springfield as a Bermuda Triangle of bizarre coincidences, each episode a breadcrumb leading to a grander mystery. Take Kent Brockman, the local news anchor. On the surface, he's just relaying the usual Springfield antics. But what if he's actually a signal, a beacon, broadcasting encrypted messages to other dimensions? Let's unravel this. Brockman's recurring segments, like the infamous Arnie Pie sightings, could be alerts to extraterrestrial weather patterns, forming a bizarre map only accessible through Springfield's chaotic charm. Childhood naivety saw a funny news guy, adulthood sees a cosmic puzzle. The backdrop of silly shenanigans is merely a facade for an interdimensional hub of secrets. It's like Springfield knows it's in on the joke, yet continues its charade. Think about it, each Homer escapade, every Bart prank, a dance on the strings of a cosmic marionette. Could Springfield's bizarre normalcy be the universe's way of keeping us entertained while hinting at the chaos theory within? Tune in next time if you dare. What if Springfield was actually a reality TV show and every character knew it? Picture this, Lisa Simpson as the mastermind behind the scenes orchestrating every so-called random event. As kids, the chaos seemed like typical cartoon randomness. But consider this, a scripted cosmic satire. Lisa, with her genius intellect, uses Springfield's antics to entertain us and test social theories. When Homer forgets an anniversary or Bart pulls a prank, it's all part of Lisa's grand experiment. Think of it as a twisted sociological study. Springfield, the experiment. Each mishap and every moment of absurdity intentionally fabricated to provoke laughter and ponder human behavior. In a way, Springfield isn't just a town, it's a curious, self-aware stage. So whenever you view these so-called episodes, remember they aren't just shows. They're chapters in Lisa's ultimate quest to decode the baffling human condition. Is Lisa pulling the strings, or are we pulling them by watching? Stay tuned, because the curtain never really falls on Springfield. Picture The Simpsons as a cosmic allegory for the 7 deadly sins, with each character symbolizing one. Let's dive into the Springfield dimension, the ultimate setting for this metaphorical theater. Homer indisputably is gluttony. Every donut, every duff, an emblem of indulgence that offers a strangely comforting relatability. Moving on to wrath, welcome Bart, with his pranks and eternal mischief, channeling rebellious fury as only a 10-year-old can. For Sloth, Ned Flanders seems odd, but think on this. His relentless optimism as a disguise for life's responsibilities. A cheerful escape from reality's weight. Envy fits Mo Shislak, eternally pining for what others have, seeking solace behind the bar counter. Lust comes wrapped up with a quirky bow in the form of Mayor Quimby, where scandal meets formality. Considering pride, Mr. Burns's empire mirrors the darkest ego trip known to Springfield. Greed naturally falls to Grandpa Simpson, hoarding memories and tales as his own treasures. This cosmic stage reminds us our flaws are universal, watched by an animated yellow town. That somehow is its own comforting revelation. Stay curious. Each character reflects a piece of us all. Imagine Smithers and Mr. Burns as an unsuspecting detective duo, solving the curious mysteries of Springfield. Welcome to Burns and Smithers, Unraveled, a strange twist on whodunit tales. Smithers, with his encyclopedic knowledge, becomes the unlikely Watson to Mr. Burns's oblivious Sherlock. Each week they tackle a new enigma, all entirely by accident. Picture Smithers scrambling to decrypt mysterious utility bills, accidentally unveiling hidden conspiracies. But here's the twist. Mr. Burns, always misinterpreting clues, thinks they're solving his quest for immortality. He stumbles around thinking every false hint is a breakthrough in defying time. The result? A comedic ballet as they bumble through strange escapades. At first glance, a silly premise, but dig deeper, and you'll find an allegory of how sometimes we solve life's greatest puzzles while misreading every clue, proving that the real mystery isn't what's out there, it's how we perceive it. So join the duo on Burns and Smithers, Unraveled, where mystery has no boundaries, and neither does the bizarre fabric of Springfield itself. Stay curious, detectives.